So you want to, however you want. Do you have a guess?
No.
All right. So however you want to position yourself. You and your chubby ways are no longer welcome. Leave now and never come back.
Perhaps if you were left to walk the cold prairie with no food, we could deal with your chubby.
This must be on the floor. Are you on this side? This is a cleaner shot.
This is
You on this side?
because I'm gauging right there.
Nah, this is all this is in the way. If I could just do this.
And oh wow. We're ready.
Yes.
And I need a microphone condom. If I could get a microphone condom, please. Super. Thank you. I shall not. That's right. Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Okay, let's refresh this. See if I can find Lord Sir. Man. My shit fucking with the show. Today's show is being brought to you by Hibiscus Tea, Dunkin' Donuts, and Blue Dream. All right. Oh, you people and your rules. Do you realize the rules are to keep the idiots in line? If you're not an idiot, why should you have to follow those rules? Rules are for followers. Ow! Wakanda! You do know what today's, do you know today's topic?
Send that to me.
How are you, sir? How about it? You and me both. All right, y'all. What's going on, people in there? Yeah, evolution in disguise. I'm trying. Hey, You know better, you do better. I'm super busy, but that is news. Yes. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And yet another one. And yet another one. And yet another one. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Somehow, some way, you done fucked up and found yourself here. What is cracking, people? How was the last 7 days? I want to hear about it. 323-879-4445. I guarantee two things with the Inappropriate Hour. One, that if you are trying to get fired so you can collect unemployment instead of quitting, if you turn my show up for 30 minutes, in 35 minutes you will be in human resources. Two, guaranteed every show will ruffle the feathers of Jasper-ass shade tree house coons. Not just for the sake of ruffling their feathers, but walking through their coop and waking niggas up. That's what the whole show's about. Today, topic, King T'Challa of Wakanda or King Jesus of Nazareth? Pick. You can't have both. Y'all ready?
Let's get started.
All right. The phone number.
The truth.
323-879-4445. Do me a favor.
May also tear your
I
life
just started putting stuff up on the Inappropriate Hour channel on YouTube. The first thing I put up was a little ditty that I edited last week. If you noticed last week, shout out to producer extraordinaire Mr. Zomethius Williams for giving me this platform and for producing it. We had a snafu with the camera last week. The Mevo was kind of gave us the peace out, so we didn't have it. But I did get the audio from my man White King Cole, my board operator extraordinaire Herrera, does his thing. He sent me the audio, and so it took me forever, but I did it in iMovie, y'all. I cut together some images that pretty much encompass what it is I'm thinking about at the time when I say what I say. And those are laid over the audio, and it's a pretty cool experience, especially, for those of you who are 420, on the 420 side of the game, to quote Zoe Williams. Yeah, if you're over there, you will really enjoy laying back, pulling one, and just watching the other stuff I put together. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing, is cutting up the show and clips of it and putting it over on the Inappropriate Hour so that you will have this and that. Today, King Jesus of Nazareth or King T'Challa of Wakanda. You gonna have to pick, black folks. Come on. I don't like what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. This thing that I think is the flu that everybody else is getting. I think it is trying to attack me, but my body, with all this other shit that I do, is whooping its monkey ass. I am seeing plenty of. Oh, let me quit tripping. Today's show is brought to you by Bill Sauce, BEALSAUCE.com. Go get you some Smuckatelli, some Sergeant Sauce, or some Gunny Fire. BillSauce.com, my first and only sponsor. I'll take some more sponsors. We're going to get to it, y'all. Now, the thing I'm seeing is that just like everything else popular, Black Christianity has found a way to put out its vulturistic, parasitic tentacles and attach itself to. Remember when, I'm going to take some of y'all back, some of you youngsters. There used to be a slogan. It was called Coke. It's the real thing. It was a huge 70s Coca-Cola campaign. This was the first one that I witnessed as we watch the evolution of fools, which is basically, I guess, what I would write. If I was to coin a book, if I was to write a book about Christianity in Black America, I think that would be the title of it, Evolution of Fools. This was the first part in that evolution, the changing of Christianity from its old ways to its new, because for the first time, Black Christianity was starting to feel the pinch. You're starting to feel the pull of young minds trying to get out of the gravity of the Black Christian concept. So what did they do? They latched on to what white Christianity was doing, which is latching on to slogans to keep the young. This is the Coke is the real thing was the first one. And Christians hijacked it and made it Jesus is the real thing. Then I heard the Alka-Seltzer one. There used to be a jingle called Plop Plop Fizz Fizz, or what a relief it is. Now, I only heard niggas do this. Plop Plop Fizz Fizz, or what a relief he is. And then if you go on and on and on and look back, you will see miles upon miles upon miles upon miles of slogans, campaign ads that have been hijacked by the Christian agenda. And some people can find it cute or funny. I'm going to tell you a little later why I find it double divisive. But because of the stir that this movie, Black Panther, has caused, because of both positive, negative, both hyperbolic and pragmatic, there's been a huge groundswell. Some of it I like. I covered last week. The fact that Black people are finding anything to rally around positive is positive. I don't give a fuck if it's lollipops. Whatever it is that's positive that Black people rally around, I support. Hold on, caller. I got a caller. I just want you to hold tight. Just hold tight. Let me set this up, and I'm going to get to you. I don't care if it's lollipops, Tootsie Rolls. If Black people are going to rally around something that unifies them and causes them to at least look backwards to connect, I'm with it. So I'm happy about what's going on with Black Panther. Don't get me wrong. I am happy. I dug the movie on a couple of levels, but I was pragmatic and saw it for what it was when I clued in on all the Black folks killing each other because they're so mad about what the white folks is doing. Because that's really what happened. I was happy about it. Whatever gets us together, I don't give a shit. Together is far more important than how we got here. My thing, where I gotta draw the line, is when you backwards ass, Jasper ass, shade tree, house coon ass Black Christians decide to put your hooks over into this shit. Jesus and T'Challa could not possibly exist. And I'll tell you why. Now that I done set this up and I got a phone call. Caller, welcome to the Inappropriate Hour.
Jeff?
Who is this?
Jeff, this is Leroy from Miami. What's going on?
Leroy from Miami. What's cracking, bruh?
First, I want to give you a shout out. I've been listening to you on Zoe's show since at least 2011, maybe 2012.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's good to see you got your own show now and everything. I think you're like the best one-line person out of the circle of you guys, out of you, Corey, Zoe, Bobby. I think you're the best one-line person.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man, but
You just telling the truth, though. You ain't doing nothing but telling the truth. I am the best at that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I digress.
Yeah, I wanted to say first, it would be Jesus if we had to choose between T'Challa and white Jesus. I mean, black people are never going to give up white Jesus for nobody.
Wow.
Ever.
Come on, bruh. Is it that bad?
It's that bad. Number one, have you ever seen that video where this guy is going around some of these cities, I want to say in the Northeast somewhere, and he's like asking random black people, he's showing them a picture of Garvey, of Malcolm, of the white European Jesus, and he said, which one has had a bigger impact on your life? And he's asking adults this, he's asking children this, and I want to say like 8 out of 10 maybe, people are saying white Jesus, and they don't even know who Garvey is. They're looking at Garvey's picture, they don't even know who he is. So that let me know right there, you know, how gone we are mentally.
Wow.
Yeah, that's number one. And I wanted to actually bring up an issue with you that
Yes,
I've
sir.
been having with you for a long time. So get ready.
Okay.
All right. One of my things with you and Zoe is when you guys talk about white supremacy and poor white people and how they've been tricked.
Yes.
I want to say my biggest issue with you and Zoe with that is these people haven't been tricked. Jeff, these people they know the game. They know they're poor. They know they're struggling too. But their idea of what it is to be white is so important to them that they're willing to go through that pain just to see you under them. The only thing they have in the society is their whiteness. So one of my things with you and Zoe is when you guys bring up white supremacy, like these white people, you know, we come together with them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they don't want to come together with us. They're perfectly okay in their trailer home as long as in their mind they think they're better than you. So that's the only issue I have.
Absolutely. And I don't, here's where I think we may, the only place we part company is that you, from your statement, and I could be wrong, seem to think that perhaps the rest of the statement is untrue, which is white people, who bigoted white people, they don't have the power to be racist. Bigoted white people who are poor, once they figure out that they're being fucked worse by their oppressor than us, there's gonna be smoke in every city. Here's the smoke.
I can agree with that.
Here's the smoke. And you're right. There's some people that ain't gonna like you just because they ain't gonna like you. But here's the smoke. School shootings, mass shootings. This is the system eating itself. This is the poor white man trying to subconsciously deal with the fact that he is now being treated like exactly by the power elite, like niggas. Exactly. All that's left is to start shooting him in the street. That's all that's left. Because we doing the same, and they are slowly waking up to that. I don't think me or Zoe are under the assumption that in the next 100 years, 150 years, that the earth is going to join hands and everybody going to love everybody. No.
And kumbaya, we are the world.
Yeah, that shit's not happening. But what we are saying is that, and if you look real close, Doc, I mean, you don't even have to look close to find this. There is no forward progress in this country for black people, sadly, that does not involve good white people. There isn't. The freeing of the slaves, the Integration Act of 1964, which to me was a mistake.
Agreed.
But it was a step toward, on the surface, it was a step toward making things better for black people. And it was a novel idea. As a matter of fact, I am for integration if black people can go into it healed. If we can go into integration this way, sure, we'll take jobs right next to you, but we're going to recycle our own dollars. Sure, we'll work and live right next to you, understanding that we're building our own communities, starting with getting rid of 90% of the liquor stores and buying that land ourselves and buying up the vacant lots in our communities ourselves and moving back to those communities ourselves. If we were there with integration, I don't have a problem with it, but we're not, so I do.
I have a question for you then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so with that said, I think that black people are the only group of people in America, and mind you, I'm of Haitian descent. So my dad's Haitian, my mom's Haitian, but
yes, sir.
I'm of the mindset that black people are the only people in America that actually believe in integration. Every other group does lip service to integration, but when you look at how they spend their money, where they live, who they choose to mate with, they don't believe in integration. Yeah, they might have sex with you every once in a while. Yeah, they'll let you work at their jobs maybe. But remember, America's a capitalist country.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you're telling me. Let me see how you spend your money. If I open a business in the neighborhood, will you patronize it like I patronize yours? No,
yes.
You're not.
Yes.
So that let me know that Asians don't really believe in integration for real. People don't believe in integration for real. Arabs and Indians don't believe in it for real. The only people that believe in it are black people, and specifically black Americans. And they're like trying to drag America into this mentality, and all the groups are pretty much giving black Americans the middle finger when it comes to that.
Wow.
You know? And that's sad to see. Like I think I think there's no more moral and humane person in America than black Americans. Even with the cities in Chicago and Camden and wherever, I think there's no humane and moral American. And y'all trying to drag the rest of the country into that mindset, and the rest of the country is just giving y'all a big fat middle finger like, nope.
Wow.
We would rather be over here spending our money with each other, trying to be white like Asians. Sorry, Asians, I just put y'all on the bus, but I meant it.
Well, hold up. Slow down,
So,
brother. Slow down. Okay. I get what you're saying. Let me augment that a little so that we can agree. I think that look at America as a big World Series of poker. And integration is the poker game. You got Asians at the table with their chips. You got every race is there with their chips. And they bet on integration as it suits them. Black people are the only ones sitting at the table going all in on every hand. We're going all in on oh, please just accept us. Please, we'll put all our money in. We'll put all our energy in. We'll put all our resources in to the concept of integration. Whereas Asians and Greeks and Armenians go, okay, I'm going to sit here with my chips and let me see what the flop is. What is the flop? Okay, here in L.A., there's a very, very heavy Armenian population in the city of Glendale. So let's just say the integration hand that they were dealt was here. Here's some property around LA. What y'all gonna bet on? We gonna all bet on Glendale. And we're gonna all move into Glendale and set up our finances there and set up our businesses there. But they don't just set up Armenian business. You can go to Glendale and go to an Armenian mechanic, and I don't care what color you are, he'll do your brakes. That's him playing the game of integration. Every other group plays it like that. We play all in. Oh no, we're not gonna keep none of our money to build shit. You can have it right back. What's on sale, nigga? What's on sale? That's us. So I don't say.
I agree with that 100.
Yeah, I don't say. So you can't say that the other races aren't playing the integration game, because they realize that even though they can live on their own economies, they grow their economies by taking everybody's money. So, you got to think about this as a game that we're just not playing with. But hey, man, please keep calling back. What's up?
Convo, yeah, I would definitely call back. Good show. I've been listening to it for the past few months that you've been on.
Yeah, man.
Shouts out to you.
Thank you, brother. Peace and love. Let me take the next call. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Who this? Hello? I heard some talking. Oh, he was on the other line too. Oh, he was like, he did a preemptive strike. Oh no, motherfucker, you ain't gonna hang up on me, because I'm gonna call on my other phone. Yeah, that was kind of slick there.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, we right there.
Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour.
What's going on?
Is this Mooney?
Man,
Who this?
this Knox. What's going on?
What's going on, man? You sound like Dwayne Mooney. I thought you was with Dwayne Mooney, one of my homies. What's going on, brother? Where you calling me from?
Minnesota, baby. What's up?
What's poppin', bro? How you?
Outstanding. So you bringing up some real good points, and I want to go a little deep with it. So when we get to the voting situation, right? When we start talking politics, and everybody is always talking about voting, and it's this big ass damn issue that we keep going through, right? And I want to be honest, and let's get it real deep and talk about voting. I live in a suburb with white folk, really honest, okay?
Okay.
I'm out the hood, been out the hood, left the hood when I was a kid. So that's what it is. I love the hood, people still there. But who can I affect with voting? There is not enough black people where I am that's going to matter where that I'm going to put somebody in my city council or my police chief. I'm not going to be able to do the few black people, and so I'm going to take that to you. Where do Chris Rock live? Is there enough black folk where Chris Rock lives to put anybody in council or do anything? We are so fragmented that we talking bullshit that we don't even understand what's going on. Black people affect nothing when it comes to voting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we are really so out of the loop and everything. When you come to the inner cities where the only majority population of blacks are, once you start taking out the felons, the kids, and the people who don't care, how many black people you got voting?
Okay. Here's the only thing. Here's the part where we part company on black people don't affect voting. I think that when black people show up in mass to vote, that they can sway a vote, make a difference. I believe that. Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
I know you're right, but where?
What do you mean?
Because I got specific, like, and I'm talking.
Oh, you mean demographically where?
Exactly.
I'll tell you exactly where. I'll tell you exactly where. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly where. Chicago, Miami, Baltimore, Cleveland, Dayton, anywhere it's a lot of niggas, we make a big difference. Here's the deal, bruh. Even after you cut out all those people, on a local level and on a state level, every vote counts. There is no electoral college. Here's the problem. No politician can name an initiative, an idea, a bill, a law that has anything to do with helping black people specifically, not poor people, not blind people, not motherfuckers that can't walk, black people. That's the problem, is that it doesn't matter what you show up to vote for. It's like me
Well, but
and my people.
that's the
It's like me and my family. It's like me and my
right.
family. Man, I sure hope our house get clean. I sure hope our house get clean. Ooh, brother from Minnesota cleaning his house. Let's go over there. And we all go over there and help you. Our house ain't got no cleaner because we over there helping you clean your house. Well, what about our house? We never, ever ask for shit for our house. And that's the issue, which is kind of,
But who are we? But my point is, who are we asking it from? And I'm taking it, and because I believe that it all comes down to that local level. Because I know the presidential shit is one thing, and that's anyway. But when we talk about the local, again, I'm talking about the numbers of black people in the counties and the districts compared to the white agenda being able to affect whatever the white agenda is, when number one, we never honestly have anyone in the race that is actually in the race to do something for the people. Politicians are basically politicians. So anytime you're a politician, you a bitch ass nigga for the most part.
Yeah, if you're gonna,
That's what politicians mean.
Well,
I like to say, robbing the people.
I like to say that, and bruh, you make some really valid points, man. Please keep calling into the show. I like to say that with regard to politics, there's no such thing as a clean fish in a dirty bowl. All that shit's fucked up. Is that another call? You got another call? Okay, yeah, let me tell you. I'm going to take another call. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Who this? What your name is? What you go by? Hello? Is that motherfucker again? Every goddamn week. Hang up on this monkey ass call. Anyway, let's get back up on the road, ladies and gentlemen. T'Challa or King Jesus? You do understand that Wakanda is a fictional city on the continent, a fictional city or country. Is Wakanda a city or a country? I believe it is a country. It is a fictional country on the continent of Africa. But in that fictional construct, this is a people who have been sheltered from the outside bullshit. If you notice when the movie first came on, it throws reference to the collection of, the capturing of, the turning over of, the hunting of slaves. They were shielded from that. Did not happen to them, which means Jesus didn't happen to them either. Jesus did not happen to them. Let that soak in for a second. They have their own gods, their own customs, their own religions. They even have their own language. What would have been super dope, now that I think about it, is what if the whole movie, every time black folks spoke, was in another language and it was subtitles, nigga. Oh, I could have got down with that. Wakanda has their own language. They pray to the ancestors. That magic purple fluid ain't in the Bible. That's over on the voodoo side of the game, which you have been taught is evil. You have been taught that every religion outside of the one force-fed you is either inaccurate or evil. When in all actuality, the one that you were force-fed is evil and inaccurate, and plagiarized from the others. Who don't get that? I tell you who don't get that. Pastor Jamal Bryant. I'm not one to call. Yes, I am one to call motherfuckers out. Let me stop. Pastor Jamal Bryant, a cat who on the surface, when I hear him speak about right and wrong, regardless to God, right and wrong. I got pastors I love to hear speak because I take Jesus out of what they saying and listen to the right and wrong, the God and me of it. Pastor Jamal Bryant is one of them dudes. I really dig listening to him. But he done went a little bit too far. Because he put his head or somebody did, put his head on T'Challa's body to promote some new shit they doing. I want to be one of those who begin to draw the fucking line somewhere. We got to draw the line somewhere, people. No. T'Challa and Jesus only have something to do with one another because they were both made up. Who doesn't get that? Black Christians don't get it. But if you look closely at that movie that you're trying to superimpose Jesus in, you don't see him nowhere. Because he is a construct of the very people and concepts that the movie is in conflict with. Who don't see that? Black Christians don't see that. I'm going to tell you why they don't see it right after this break. I'm finna go pee-pee and get some water, and I'll be back. Sit tight.
Race war, poison water, cataclysmic weather, North Korea, zombie apocalypse, the people who control Trump, the people who sit idly by and wait for whatever's next, with wonder of whether that will be it. Then, take a pull. Hold it. Summon all the love you can and blow powerful positive energy forward into your universe. Then, nigga, regardless to whether the trees bear strange fruit or whether Mother Earth buckles under the weight of this century-long expansionist disrespect, or whether finally, after all her warnings, she pins her hair back, greases her face with the oil he spilled, and decides that it's kill or be killed. Or whether Kim scorches the sky, or whether all mankind takes black people's place in first for the Walking Dead, or whether the real decision makers decide we should all be even more regulated into cages, or whether we all just let it happen. Then, nigga, you will be fine. Damn, this sour Louie is fine.
All right.
Let's get started.
I'm back.
The truth that sets you free.
Yes.
May
We are
also
back,
tear your
ladies and
life
gentlemen.
apart.
Be sure to do two things. One, those of you who dig what I'm doing, go to GoFundMe.com/the inappropriate get down. Get is spelled GIT, because y'all know I'm a little ghetto. Drop some change on the player. This shit costs money. Two, there will be an audio with slides version of this, which is kind of dope, to be honest. I do kind of dig it. On The Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown as a channel. It is a channel on the YouTube channel, on YouTube. Follow me there. It will be there as well. Give me your feedback, because it take a lot of work to do them slides, but the slides is kind of fly. Let me know what your thoughts are. Today's subject: King T'Challa of Wakanda or King Jesus of Nazareth? Pick. You don't get both. Sit tight there, caller. Sit tight. I'm going to get to you. You don't get both. Now, who do we target with this energy? I challenge you, people who listen to me. I challenge you to make the niggas in your circle pick. Make them pick. Make them pick. Don't allow this to be made into some kind of soul food potato salad. T'Challa and Jesus, they're oil and water. You're going to have to pick. Let me go and take that phone call. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Caller, what your name is and what's on your mind?
Marvin from Baltimore.
Who from Baltimore?
Marvin.
Marvin. What's cracking, Marv? How you, man?
Everything. How's it going?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
I'm
So,
listening to you.
yes,
You
sir.
asking this challenging people. Now, I gotta run with Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And I ain't just that white Jesus hanging up on the cross. I'm talking about the real Jesus Christ, Most High, that was manifested down here to give us the truth, the way, and the light.
Okay. Now,
The reason, a couple of my issues with this movie, this Black Panther,
yes, sir.
the main reason is the fact that this new generation coming up, as soon as they hear the Black Panther name, they will think of this movie instead of what the movement really stood for. I know it's up to us as parents and adults to educate, but we got to recognize that this is a great deception, and it's going to distract people from the truth, although there is a lot of things that can be learned in the movie.
I feel you. Now, which truth is that you think we're being distracted from? I have an idea, because I absolutely agree with you, bro, that there are some. I think not the theme of Black Panther or even the presence of it, but the popularity of it, the everybody spending their money part of it, is a grand distraction for something else that I don't know what is. That's my theory. When you say being distracted from the truth, what exactly do you mean?
Well, what my main focus is the real Black Panther movement, which was a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yes, sir.
You know, the great deal of getting us where we are today in knowledge and in strength. But at the same time, there's a lot of other things that's hidden in the backgrounds that people are not going to take heed to, which is the ancestor situation. Where you said something about they pray to the ancestors.
Yes, sir.
A lot of our ancestors sold us over to where we at today.
Okay. Let me slow you down. Let me slow you down.
Go ahead.
Let me slow you down. As of today,
Yes, sir.
Africa is made up of 56 countries.
Yes, sir.
As in all of human history, there has been slavery. There has never been slavery on the level of the chattel slavery inflicted upon the black man in America. The concept that we sold each other out being enough to nullify praying to your ancestors is just not enough for me, bro. Especially in the face of, and let's get back to the black Jesus that you spoke of.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how changing Jesus' skin color does away with these facts. And I'm sorry, what's your name again, brother? Marvin, right? Marvin. And I'm gonna ask. I'm just asking because you may have. Have you ever been to Africa?
No, sir.
Have you? So okay, I have. I have been to Egypt.
Yes.
I have been on tours, and you can go on them. Pay a little money, they take you on a tour. You go into pyramids, caves, buildings, dwellings made by people, and the writings on the wall, the pictures, the hieroglyphics tell the stories of David, Abraham, Joseph. There's no Noah. Samson. Jesus. And those stories are told in vivid detail, and they predate Christianity by thousands of years. Not a couple, thousands.
Well, when is your start date on Christianity? Because I've never seen the word Christianity in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't worship or think of anything called Christians or Christianity. There were people called Christians in the Bible.
Okay.
They were called by other people, just basically mocking them because they follow Christ.
Okay. So you're asking me when is my date for Christianity?
Christianity, yes.
Yes, 325 AD. It was put together by the Council of Nicaea. This was the cat named Constantine.
Okay.
Was tired of Rome being destroyed because pagan. Yes, sir.
I understand that, and that is man's idea and concept of the worship of God. I don't follow behind man's ideas and concepts. I go off of the scriptures, the same scriptures you said you seen over there on the pyramid, which is the word of God. I'm not listening to man. And what they
okay,
have to
back
say.
up. Okay, if that's true, okay, hold on. If that's true,
Yes,
how
sir.
do you call the Son of God Jesus, who purportedly?
Never called him black.
Oh no.
Just said I'm
No.
Right,
I didn't use the word black in my question, bro. How do you call the Son of God the name Jesus and say that he was here 2,000 years ago, but the letter J is only 900 years old? How do you do that?
because if we go into the etymology of all of these languages and letters and numbers, everything goes back to the universal language, which is numbers. The numbers got misconstrued over the years, which I understand. Now, the J's and all of that, everything comes from the root words and the root sources. They can switch them up all they want, but Jesus' name was to be called Emmanuel when he was born. Over the years, the Greeks and everybody put their twist on words, but all of those words come from the same foundation, which is numbers. And we can go back and get what's word when we go to the universal language, which is numbers. So I hear you on that, and I don't just necessarily call him Jesus. I say that so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
To me, Jesus is God.
Okay.
Is God.
So if Jesus is God, Marvin from Baltimore is Marvin. You have a family, right?
Yes, sir.
A wife and kids, or
wife,
and kids. How many kids?
I have 3 children.
3 children. How long you been married?
11 years.
11 years. Okay. In that time, Marvin from Baltimore, has anybody in your family unit referred to you, came into your home, saw you at a picnic, saw you catching the bus, saw you on your way to work, saw you when you came home, saw you at any time, and referred to you as Jeff Brown?
No, not
No.
yet.
Why?
Because I am Marvin.
Because you are Marvin. So if you are Marvin and Jeff is not your name, then how, if the Son of God, who came here supposedly 2,000 years ago, when the letter J didn't exist, if his name ain't Jesus, it couldn't possibly be. Purely from a mathematical standpoint. It could not be. Just on that. I'm not going to go into how old the earth is or the concepts of astrology. None of that. The mathematics of the letter J. And not calling Jesus Bill or Chuck or Bob. How can you, with that knowledge, bruh, refer to the Son of God with any... How come you don't call him Emmanuel? How come you don't call him another name?
Same word, Jesus. The same word is built on the same numbers that equals out to Emmanuel. So we're going back to the foundation of the numbers. Now, if we want to go into etymology, it's going to take us a while to get there for me to explain that. But I'm just telling you, the same word Jesus is the same word Emmanuel. Now, we got to realize God's names are different from our names. Our names describe us, who we are. His names describe his character. He has many names. There is not just one name. Every name describes the character of God.
Absolutely. But okay, fine. I don't argue with any of that. Other than the name Jesus is
Jesus is really the word justice.
Say again?
Basically. Jesus is really, when I call Jesus, because it's basically the word justice. It's crazy in our English language, the way things have been switched around. You know how things have been switched around.
I understand that, brother. I'm only arguing this. That when you use the term Jesus, it is code speak for belonging to a club, almost like a bowling team that says, hey, if you belong to any other bowling team, you're going to hell. Buddha don't say that. Krishna don't say that.
Just like using the word Christian, not Christianity, or calling yourself a Christian. Like, that's the same concept.
Yes. So what you open this conversation with that name. It's not enough to say what it means in other things. It's not enough. It's not enough to say the capital of Djibouti is Djibouti. Yeah, over there, over here, Djibouti is a goofy word because it's too close to ass. And you have to address that. And people who say that Jesus is I don't understand the concept of hanging on to the term Jesus and black consciousness, bruh. You gotta pick because they don't belong together.
I'm not a part of the black conscious community.
Oh, okay.
I believe that the black conscious community has won astray so far that they are leading us astray right now. So I've stepped back away from the black conscious community. I'm into understanding truth.
Okay.
Not just something. I'm not trying to join the clique.
Let's go down the truth. Hold on a second. I got you. Let's go down the truth road for a second. How old is the earth?
13,000 years old.
The earth is only 13,000 years old.
13,000 years old.
Okay. So that would mean that you have no belief in Lucy.
Oh no, I don't believe in no type of evolution.
No, I didn't say evolution. Lucy is the oldest human being on the earth. And
if we believe in Lucy, then we have to believe in apes and people evolving from apes, and that's no way that I'm going to believe in that.
Do you believe in Mansa Musa? He was the richest black man in recorded history.
Yes, I can believe that.
I believe he was here 25,000 years ago.
If we can break that 25,000 down to 2,500, yes, sir.
If we can't break it down. We can't. I cannot make 1 + 1 4. It's 2.
for this guy and the timeline to prove that he existed and lived that long ago?
Say again.
Do you have proof for this guy and a timeline?
Absolute, undeniable proof that is, I'm going to guess, a little bit more grounded than the publications that tell you that the earth is 14,000 years old. Yes, brother. Pretty please with sugar on top. I tell you what I will do. I will have them for you. Because I can't bring them up by name because it's been a while since I read them. But I will have for you. If you will look in the YouTube feed, I will have for you references to books that you can read. If you follow me and Brother Zoe, especially Brother Zoe, I've only read a couple of books.
When you point me to what I can read, sir, we got to realize the printing press wasn't invented until about 500 years ago.
Okay, so that means that anything 600 years ago that's written down is invalid?
No, I ain't say that was invalid. I'm just saying.
Well, what's the point of me dealing with the printing press in 600 years ago?
Because it only goes back 600 years.
But
and a lot of and our whole history only goes back 7,000 years ago.
Okay.
You can't find beyond 7,000 years ago.
Brother, you know what? I really wish if I had hit Powerball, I would change the plans of yours and your whole family at your convenience, and I would take you to Africa so that you can see how desperately inaccurate that is. That is desperately inaccurate. That's almost dangerous, bro. To think that there's nothing past 7,000 years?
I'm only stating that from my standpoint. I'm not stating that as
let me state it from my standpoint. A brother who has been around the world twice.
Yes, sir.
Let me explain to you, brother, pretty please with sugar on top. Get off this phone and find a way to prove me wrong that there is nothing, no artifacts, no history that goes back further than 7,000 years. Do you know why you arrive at 7,000 years, brother? It is because someone, whoever you are learning from, is at the tip of the iceberg. When you go back 7,000 years, brother, you find black people running the earth. That's why the Bible only goes back 6,000 years.
How do we date things, brother? How do we know if something is older than what it is? How do we do this?
By archaeological science.
Exactly. Now, the scientists are who I do not trust. These scientists are the same people that told me dinosaurs exist, and I realized that they don't exist. You understand? The scientists are the people that told me the Earth is round.
Fair enough. So the Earth's not round. Okay, here, let me explain to you. This is about what we believe then. It's all about what we believe. Anytime you read something, you have to believe it. Here's what I don't believe. I don't believe a man by the name of Jesus ever existed in any form or shape at all. I believe that the concept of Jesus comes from astrology. I believe that the concepts of astrology, astronomy, religion, Christianity, running water, indoor toilets, flight, speech, all come from black people. And they come from Africa. That's what I believe. I thank you so much for your call, bro. We're going to have to get back into this at another time. That was a very, very interesting call. This is where we got to get into believing in unity that does not have to do with spirituality. Because so many of us are on different pages. However you find your cosmic love, I'm good with it. I'm even good with you finding your cosmic love through Jesus. I don't know how long that's going to last, because pretty soon they're going to let you know about the aliens, and that's going to fuck everybody up. But fine. It's when you tell me that your cosmic love equals life, and that if mine does not match yours identically, that mine equals death, that I got a problem. And it is the mixing of the new kid on the block, which is this Christian thing we doing with the ancient beliefs and the ancient principles that Wakanda represents that I got a problem with. We got another phone call. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What your name is, what you go by, who this is?
How you doing, Jeff? Brother Jeff, this is Joe from Tennessee.
Joe from Tennessee. What's going on, man?
Good, man. How you?
I'm hanging in here, man. I'm hanging in here.
Yeah, so is the topic we have to pick between Jesus and the ruler of Wakanda, correct?
Yes, the question, the statement, or excuse me, the subject today is T'Challa of Wakanda or Jesus of Nazareth. You're gonna have to pick because you can't mix them. What's on your mind?
Okay. Well, first, can we go into the review of Black Panther for a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who you riding with? You riding with Killmonger, or I call the other one Obama? Cause
bruh,
he was on some cool.
That's hilarious. I feel you.
Shit.
Yes. Okay. First off, Joe, I gotta ask you 2 questions. How long have you been listening to Zoe, me and Zoe?
Shit, probably for like a year and a half.
About a year and a half. That's good. I'm gonna ask you before I answer. Who team you think I'm on?
I shouldn't even ask. I know you don't kill my.
Okay, thank you, bro. Thank you. Go ahead. Now,
another thing about the last caller, I'm not sure if he said he was religious or not, but for me, I'm riding with Corey Hogan. He said this a couple of weeks ago on this podcast. He said religion is a safe haven for niggas who don't want to study who they really are.
Wow! Shout out to Corey.
Really
That's yes.
Yeah, that shit touched me.
Yes.
Like, I'm not trying to disparage the other caller, but it seems like he's a little lost. Like, we all are, in my opinion. We are, to some degree, a little lost. So that's why we continue to strive to find our higher, like, confidence.
Yes, brother. And to further what you're saying, I'm a seeker of truth.
Right.
I'm a seeker of truth. And these are truths. These are undeniable mathematic facts. One. Right. Outside of the Bible, there are no other time period publications that validate the existence of Jesus. That's true. Mm-hmm. 2, the Bible is plagiarized from hundreds of other places. Not
right.
that scores. Yes, brother. 3, Jesus is the graphic image of Cesare Borgia. That's a fact. Those things, me knowing those things, they inform my belief that the Bible was put together for universal control, and the reason that the God in the Bible sounds like a warmongering. Do you want me to hit the bat? Do you want me to let the sword of light loose on their ass? No, I'm looking at Zoe through the glass. No, I'm gonna try to handle this one, Zoe. Zoe is a beast on the religion shit, and he gets on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah, I know, man.
No. I don't know if you know, bro. I don't know if you know, Joe.
Nah, Zoe be mind fucking the shit out of me.
No, Zoe ain't put it on you yet. You ain't heard it yet, brother. The lines are lit up. I'm gonna get to y'all callers. Please sit tight. The lines are lit up. Please sit tight. You ain't heard it until you hear Zoe break religion down. But I'm gonna quick. Yes, sir.
Are we basically on the same page that the story of Jesus is basically plagiarized from the story of Haru?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Oh my God. Well, yes. From Haru, from Zoroaster, from Dionysus, there are numbers. That's the point. That's the point, Joe. Is that Jesus is not the first to steal from the Haru story.
Right.
Everybody then borrowed from that story. And that story starts with us. And it starts allegorically. We was kidding when we put it out. It was
Right.
mysticism when we put it out. They made it real in order to control us and made everything before it evil. And those are facts. So this is not about, I try to inform what I believe on fact. I believe my car gonna start when I leave here. You know why? Because it's a fact that for the past 4 years, without fail, it has started up. That's why I'll go out to it. I'll set my watch around it. I'll set my appointments around it. I do the same thing with what I believe. I believe my religious beliefs. I believe there's a God. I've just fired King James as his publicist. Thank you so much, brother, for the call. We got a few. Give me another one, man. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What your name is? Would you go by? Who this? Hello. Call back. Give me another one. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What's happening? Who this?
Jeff Brown.
Yeah.
Steve from Houston, man. What's going on?
This is Steve from Houston. What's going on, Doc?
It's D.
D from Houston. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Just listening to the topic, man. I just, the other brother that called not too long ago, man, I just want to know if you giving information out to that brother, let him research who the Panar Indians was, man.
The Panar, okay, whoa, no. You about to drop something on me, Doc. Hold on. How you spell it?
P-A-N-A-R-E. P-A-N-A-R-E. The Panar Indians.
The Panar Indians. Okay, drop some knowledge, man. What's going on?
All right. And see, that brother was saying something of going back about 7,000 years or something like that. This is something that happened to these group of people in the 1970s, man. There were some Christian missionaries who went to their tribe, and you know how they do, like to colonize and, basically take over these people's land. But I mean, basically, in order to try to convert them over into Christianity, they rewrote the Bible and gave it to these people to say that the Panar Indians crucified Jesus. So my question to the brother is, if they can do it to a group of people in the 1970s, what do you think they did to us in the 1800s? I mean, before that?
Wow.
I mean, like I said, this is not something that happened thousands of years ago. You can research this. There's documentaries. He's talking about printed press. I mean, okay, but this is stuff that's public knowledge.
Right.
And I mean, this is just things that we fall short.
D.
Because of our own ignorance.
D. Here's my problem. My problem is with, and man, my phone lines are lit up. Callers, please, with sugar on top. I'm gonna get to every one of you if you sit there. I promise you. My problem is this. If I am willing to believe, as are you, and I'm gonna ask you and make sure we're on the same page. Are you willing to believe that the concept of Christianity was force-fed on the Black American slave? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Are you willing to believe that the American Black soul food diet was made up of scraps given to poor Black slaves by cruel white slave masters?
Absolutely.
Yes. Are you willing to believe that this American system of government has systematically oppressed people of color?
Yes.
Yes. Now, with the belief of all of those things, why is it that Black people who believe those things like you and I, draw the line at the Bible? That the same people who gave you smallpox, who dropped the bomb, the nuclear bomb, the only time that nuclear weapons have been used on other human beings, the people who bring you the Tuskegee experiment, the people who bring you Flint water, are the same people who brought you the Bible that maybe, just maybe, there might be some shiesty shit in that Bible. That's where they draw the line. That's it.
You're right. You're right. I'll say it like this, and I'll hang up and give somebody else time.
Yes, sir.
Here. But real quick, if we go right now, your son Blake, right?
Yes, sir.
If Zoe was to walk up to Blake right now, well, let's say 10 years from now, and say that your daddy is dumpster juice. He's trash. He just
Dumpster
he's the lowest
juice.
person. He's the lowest person in human history.
Yes.
There's no way the relationship you have with Blake. There's no way Blake will believe anything Zoe would have to say.
Right.
So it's kind of like people have a they don't know how to separate that because they're going off of what they feel. They're going off of what somebody tell them versus reading it for themselves.
Right.
I mean, I personally believe that the Bible has been watered down, changed. I mean, look, they changed our names in history. We go from Negro to colored to I mean niggas now.
Right.
I mean, we
African American, black.
Exactly.
All that.
So they change our names consistently so we won't know who we are. So we won't go back to the original form of who we were. So of course they would change the names in the Bible or change the story. I mean,
absolutely, bro.
Like, bro, I mean, like I say, I can keep going on and on, brother, but I'm gonna hang up, keep listening, man. The show is hitting.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you. That was D from Houston. All right, give me some more folk. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What you want to say? Who this is? Hello? That's that same motherfucker. I swear to God, Cole, I'm gonna stab him one day. Well, welcome to the Inappropriate Hour. Who this? Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. You there? Who there? What's up?
Can you hear me, Jeff?
Yes, sir. Who is this?
This brother Atom calling from the west side of Chicago.
From the west side. What's your name again, bro?
Atum Ahmed.
Atum Ahmed. What's cracking, bro? Where you? Okay, give me your cross streets, pimp.
From Division of Laramie, brother.
Division of Laramie. Okay, I know
sir.
right
I'm
where
on the
you
blue
at.
line right now.
I was about to say, when you said Division in Laramie, I saw the Laramie exit for the Laramie station on the L train right there on the Eisenhower. God damn it, I miss my city sometime. What's cracking, bro?
Man, brother, I just wanted to chime in on the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
We want to deal with so many Western dogmatic religions, but we dare not delve into our own indigenous practices. I called in to the Voice of Reason show last night, and I spoke on it. When Zoe and the ladies on, I was saying that, if we go back, we have to go back. We only want to go back.
Turn your life down. Turn your life down, bro. Am I on voice? Am I on a speaker or something? Something's going on in the background. Sound like you're calling me from a dryer.
I'm on the blue line, brother.
Oh, you're on the blue line. Okay.
Yes,
we're going to roll with it. Okay, go on, say what you got to say, man.
My bad.
No worries, man. No worries, go on.
Yeah, so, if we deal with some of our indigenous traditions and we get away from these Western traditions, but we only want to go back so far. When we dealing with time and chronology, we only want to go back to about 2,000 or a little bit beyond 2,000 years ago. We don't want to go back further than 2,000 years ago. We don't want to deal with anthropology. We don't want to deal with actual history. We want to deal with mythology and a bunch of bullshit that we were taught through religions coming up as children. We have these old Negro spiritual Southern-ass mindsets. It don't matter what city you in, what part of the country you from, you still have a Southern mindset if you still dealing with any of the Abrahamic religions because they're all a bunch of bullshit plagiarized from African stories.
Bruh. I gotta slow you down. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes, sir.
I know what the Abrahamic religions are, but the show's theme is about light. Break down real quick the list of the Abrahamic religions.
You have Judaism or Hebrew.
Yes.
You have Islam.
Yes.
And then you have Christianity.
Yes,
whether
the
it be
big three.
Judaic Christianity, Coptic, or the Westernized Catholic Christianity.
How about it, man? How about it? And I'm gonna tell you where I think some of that reticence comes from. One, and this is what I'm gonna say, bruh, and this sounds, I say it jokingly, but somewhere in the back of my psyche, I mean it. First off, I don't believe everybody, or most even, of the black people that we call black are the descendants of slaves. I don't.
Thank you.
I don't believe that many of us were brought here. I believe that many of us were brought to South America.
Thank you.
So we are sovereign. A great many of us, this is our land.
Our homeland, right?
Yes. Two, we have been slowly moving toward. We went from the fear, excuse me, a bigger fear of the white man than we have now. It's slowly shrinking, but it's still there. Over into the microwave era. I want it fast. I want it now. Both of those conspire to stop most entry-level, low-frequency thinking black people. And I think that's where your frustration and mine is that most low-frequency thinkers are just tuned that low, and they refuse to tune up. They refuse to tune up because what they have been taught works on it works. It works good enough for them to stay out of jail, to stay to stay with a job, to stay
Navigate
with friends,
through life
there
society.
you go, to navigate through this society, and they dare not break that chain. I think that's where a lot of this comes from. Whereas cats like Ann, to bring this back to Sovereign, I believe that the people who think like you and I, if you trace our roots, they go back to the indigenous people of this land. The people who think like the other way, they go back to Rooster and Chicken George. I really believe that. I really believe that. Bro, come on. Oh, my Lord. It goes back to all that shit. Okay? When you look at the pyramids and they say that the Egyptians built them, nigga, somebody carried that sand. Okay, somebody had to
use the mathematics.
Woo! Somebody did the mathematics. Come on, somebody did the chemistry, the physics. Somebody did
the
that.
Astronomy, because they aligned it with the celestial plane.
Come on, bro.
And then we have all of these things inside the tombs of the Miracles anyway.
Thank you. Now,
we have the scrolls.
Now, somebody put all that shit in the tombs. Somebody did the menial work. Somebody had to be out here. Somebody did stood security. Somebody did all them other jobs. Somebody was cooking. I'ma say that cats that think like me and you, we are the architects and the engineers. And these other low frequency cats, you can't. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna let you go because I got to try to get to as many people as I can. You cannot, bruh. Your first focus is finding other people who think like you. And thanks to me and Zoe and Malik and other cats out there are other places for you to go to find this. I appreciate the call, man. Keep spreading knowledge where you at. Who else we got? Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What's on your mind? Hello?
Wait, okay, is this me?
Yeah, it's you. Hey, who is this?
Oh, okay. I thought I was talking on that other call, man.
No, sir. No, you was talking.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
put the weed down. You had too much weed today. Who is this?
This is Douglas.
Douglas, what's going on? Where you calling me from, Douglas?
Savannah.
Savannah, what's on your mind, man? Douglas from Savannah.
Oh, it's just that, I do think, maybe some black people was indigenous here, but some black people also probably came on the slave ship.
Of course.
A little bit of a mismatch.
No, I don't get what you're saying. Say again. I absolutely. Let me make my position clear. I absolutely believe. Recent history dictates that there were black slaves. Absolutely. What recent history does not dictate is that everybody who came here, everybody accounted for, that is not a Native American or did not come from Nigeria 50 to 100 to 200 years ago. That everybody black is here is the descendants of slaves, or even most of us. I don't even believe most of us are. That's where I'm at.
Well, I mean, you can argue if it's like most or if it's 40%, but I mean, I can understand where you're coming from with some of that. But what I would just like to say to people is that, when you actually read through the Bible, I mean, when you go to church, the preacher don't really read out of the Bible at all. He just says 2 minutes, and then it's a bunch of his opinion.
Right. He's off on his own horse.
Yeah, and then pass the plate around and get money. They don't actually read through the Bible. When you actually read through the Bible, you see it's not a European book at all.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to give me a couple more sentences.
They call Europeans Gentiles in the Bible. It's not a European book at all. So, I mean, it's just very frustrating when people try to discredit the Bible just by saying it's a European book or it came from Europeans.
Okay.
The original culture who wrote in it and believed it, they weren't European at all.
Okay, question.
So,
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you go back 2,000 years in any other publication written in that time, if you deal with any other publication written about that time, not even in that time, but written about that time, would you say in those other publications that it's a little hard to find men 2,000 years ago in the Middle East named Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Silas, Peter, or Timothy?
When you read things like the book of Josephus, you can kind of see things that line up with the New Testament. Like when it says, the world went dark after the crucifixion of Christ, you can find that verified in other places.
Okay.
Now,
that's a great answer. That's a great answer to another question. When you read other books, could you tell me the other books that lead you to believe that a man 2,000 years ago in the Middle East would hang out with 12 other guys and none of them be Ahmed or Ahmad or Rahim or Amir? They're Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Silas, Peter, Timothy, Thomas, Judas.
Well, you have to understand, those are just kind of modern versions of their names. Peter, his real name is like Kepha.
Okay, well then why do we call him Peter?
Because we speak English.
So basically what you're saying then is in the 66 books of the Bible that I've read twice, that I can't find any other words that don't directly come straight from English. I Methuselah, Nebuchadnezzar, Boaz, Habakkuk. These are all names that don't sound like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Silas, Peter, or Timothy.
Yeah, because when you look at John, it's really going to be Yohanan.
Okay, question. I have a question.
Someone like Daniel. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have a question. Why is it that Habakkuk was not changed to Hank? And why was it that Zephaniah wasn't changed to Zeke? But yet, John was changed to whatever you're telling me. And Peter was changed to something else. Why don't we call him those other names?
Well, it was mainly those guys who was mainly dealing with the New Testament, which was dealing a lot with Gentiles.
Okay.
Gentiles didn't really do so much with a lot of the prophets of the Bible. But even today, you can find kids who name their English kids like stuff like Daniel.
So what you're telling me then is that the concept of dealing with the disciples with 12 British names or English names or European names has nothing to do with the European influence on the Bible?
I'm saying that calling them by European names is a European thing, but those European names was not what they was called, 2,000 years ago.
I thank you. You're helping me make my point. You're helping me make my point. My point is that if you call some people by their original names and other people by names that weren't back there, what's your point?
My point is, it really doesn't matter. You see kids named Isaiah today, just because Kepha is called Peter, it doesn't mean there wasn't a Peter.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Perhaps there was a Peter, but since you're calling him something other than his original name, it doesn't beg the question to what else you fixed or you fucked with in here. That doesn't beg that question to you at all.
No, it does. I mean, there's a lot of different translations of the Bible. They come out with a new translation like every 2 to 4 years.
Why do you think that is?
Because there's a lot of truth in there that they want to hide from people. You don't see them messing with the Quran like that.
Exactly. Well, the Bible,
the Vedas of Hinduism. They don't mess with that, but they mess with the Bible a whole lot.
Because they have to, brother. They have to.
Because there's truth in there.
But the Bible has truth in it the same way Kool-Aid has water in it. There are other places to find truth. There's truth. There's truth in Spider-Man. There's truth in the Incredible Hulk. There's truth in Tom Sawyer. But neither of those books either are written with the base tenets of truth in it. That's my whole point of making people pick. I'm forcing people to pick. You cannot. Do you mind if I ask your ethnicity?
Yeah, I'm black.
You're black. Okay. I definitely have to ask how you can look at a people like the Wakandans who have I didn't see one reference to Jesus in that movie. Not one. How can you superimpose a people who have their own language, their own God, their own customs? You you champion them for being free, and then you superimpose what has kept you in bondage over them. What the fuck? I'll take another call. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Who this is? What's up?
Peace, Jeff.
What's up? Who this?
Yo, this knowledge from Las Vegas.
Knowledge from Vegas. What's up,
yes,
Doc?
Sir. I was watching Zoe's show not too long ago, and something resonated that he said with me. He said, when callers call in, they never really oppose your point. Well, I'm a Pan-African, so I don't subscribe to any of these religions. So, but what I am going to do is try to argue with you on a positive side of Christianity.
Oh, absolutely, bro. No, okay. Let me preface my position to whatever you about to say. I welcome the seeking of truth from any side. So, absolutely, the fact that we're even having this conversation, understand the progress of that when your granddaddy and my granddaddy was around, it wasn't no thousands of black folks having this conversation. So it's beautiful that what's about to transpire between me and you. So cool. Yeah, man, hit me with it. What's up? What from the Christian standpoint, as a black Christian, a group of people that you're gonna have to enlighten me. I don't understand. Go right ahead.
Okay, so the way I look at it is, well, not the way I look at it, but the way it's been brought to my attention as, if something is actually somebody or someone positivity and actually giving them direction towards proper guidance when they didn't have it. Okay, let me put it in a better term. You're a smart man, Jeff Brown.
Thank you, brother.
Let's say you bought a washing machine that you really didn't know how the functionality worked. Mm-hmm. So what would you do? You would go get the manual for that functionality. Now, being this system is a corrupt, fucked up system, we need a manual for this to navigate this corrupt, fucked up system.
Absolutely.
And Christianity has put some positive messages in its book to allow people to grasp something tangible, something positively tangible, and move forward in a positive progress manner.
Okay, now that is basically, and I get what you're saying, but that to me makes the same sense as you're going to get hungry. You burn energy as a human being. You burn calories. And for that, for the nourishment that you need, M&M Mars was gracious enough to pack lots of peanuts and caramely nougat into a Snicker.
He's a fucking fool.
That's what you're saying, bruh. Because the Bible wasn't put together as a roadmap for truth. Truth was put in the Bible. Woo!
No,
hold on. Follow me, brother. Follow me. The Bible was not given to you as a roadmap for truth. Truth was sprinkled in the Bible so you would use it as a roadmap. Those are two different statements. You can find all of the truth that you find in the Bible. All of it, brother. Every syllable is from somewhere else. Every syllable, every story. It comes from other places.
Right, but see, you're missing my point. All right, now, none of us are perfect on this planet. Not one person on this planet can say that they have done no wrong or made no mistakes.
Absolutely.
So being that said, there's nothing perfect that you're going to find on this planet. So you can't. So everything's corrupted. So the Bible, we already know. We all know the Bible is corrupted.
Yes.
Now, out of that corruption, you got to find some beauty in it. Now, with the beauty that you find in it, you can move forward positively. Just because you eat that Mars bar, you can go another 2 hours. If you get total package energy, you might get another.
Okay. Whoa, bro. Two things. One, I'm going to have you address why I got to find truth out in the Bible. And two, here's where your analogy is flawed with regard to the Snicker and total package. Neither the Snicker or total package energy is marketed to me as vegetables. The Snicker
does still bad for you. You know, enough of those Mars bars and enough of that total package energy will destroy something in your body.
But nobody that works in the ad departments of total package energy or M&M Mars is saying that, guess what? Snickers and total package is the only way to eat. And if you eat any other way, you're going to die. This is all you need. We were first. Hold on. We were first. We were the first ones to make any nutrition. This is the only nutrition you're supposed to have. This is the analogy that you gave. That's what the Bible does. The Bible tells me that if I study the Quran, I'm going to hell. The Bible tells me that if I'm a Buddhist, a Krishna, an atheist, and there are great people in all those categories, that all those great law-abiding, family-protecting, good people who turn your life down, bro. Turn your life down. I hear another dude voice. All those people are going to hell because they don't do it my way. Snickers ain't saying that. Snickers does not tell you that if you eat a payday, you're going to die. Snickers does not tell you if you eat a bowl of soup.
But the truth is, but let's focus on the truth then. The truth is, if you do eat enough of them shits, you will die.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes.
So being that that's a fact, and you can still get that nutrition for that brief second from that payday or that Snickers or whatever the fuck, you can still move forward positively throughout your day. And my point to you was, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time.
Yes.
I don't subscribe to any of that shit.
Absolutely.
But I am just trying to debate your issue because I wanted to be a part of the show. How you doing, people out there? But anyway, now what I was saying was, if you do really see the positivity in those, in some of those scriptures and use them properly in your life, utilize it properly in your life, then you can move forward.
Okay. Whoa. Bruh, absolutely. That's truth. the Bible got truth in it like Kool-Aid got water in it. I could say the exact same thing about the origin movie of Spider-Man. To whom much is given, much is required. Did you see the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire?
I really don't get too many movies. You know what? I'm gonna be 100. I watch you. I watch Zoe. I watch Corey and Tone Talks.
My man, you put knowledge in your head. Okay, well let me hit you with this brain candy real quick. There was a movie came out a few years ago starring Tobey Maguire as
I don't know who that is, to be honest with you.
Exactly. That's why I'm dropping it on you. Tobey Maguire. He was Spider-Man. In this story, he figures out he has superpowers, and he allows a robber to get past a guy who wouldn't give him his money. That robber is the same guy who killed his uncle. Had he done what he was supposed to do when he was supposed to do it on a smaller level, he would have stopped, or he would have gotten in front of calamity on a larger level. That I can preach out of any book you give me. You can preach that smooth out of Spider-Man. So if I can find the same truths elsewhere, you're going to have to convince me on some other level other than the Bible has some truth in it that I need to use it. And I'm not saying, the Bible is great. If you take the Bible and you do good with the Bible, like my ancestors have done, they did the best with what they had. And the ancestors of mine that raised their families and were responsible people and didn't do harm and help their neighbors and used the Bible to do that, God bless them. But that is not the pure core intention of the Bible. And that is my issue. Give me another call. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Who this? What your name is? What's on your mind? Hello? Call back.
Oh, hello?
Hello. Hello.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to comment real quick.
Okay, well, slow down. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, my name's Lonnie.
Lonnie?
I'm calling from L.A., yeah.
What's cracking, Lonnie?
What's up, man? Hey, I think that you're hitting on a good topic, and I just think you're uncovering something important, which is how attached we are to Christianity.
Ouch.
Because, it was kind of hammered into us. And some of these motherfuckers, even if they see that it's a bad thing, they still want to defend it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I can take, your response off the air and all that stuff, but I just think that, I want to say that because you're hitting on something powerful there, and I like how all these people are calling in and trying to defend it, and it's just like, what are you trying to defend? So, well, yeah.
Thank you. You're absolutely right, man. Thank you so much for the call. He got a point, man. Black folks will defend it. Oh yeah. That's you. Why do I have Brett? Is this your number? Is that your number right there? Okay. All right. Yes. I don't know why I have Brett Riley in my phone for this. Which myth, and this is from Lord Zoe, which myth is most beneficial for white folk? Jesus or T'Challa? Wow. Do I have another call? Yeah, give me somebody. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Who this? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Who is this?
All right. Oh, this is Malachi. How you doing?
Malachi, what's cracking, bruh? You got to have something special on this because your mama done hung a church name, a Bible name smooth on you. Malachi.
Yeah.
You don't run into 10 Malachis in the club. What's up?
Yeah, look, I showed this one on myself, but just one thing I want to touch on, this guy that spoke a little bit earlier, he was talking about the dated earth. And I think I know where these guys get this information from. I mean, they get the information from this church ministry that preached that talk about helium dating. You understand the difference between helium dating and carbon dating? You understand that? And when you do helium carbon dating, carbon dating relies on a lot of variables, a lot of guesses, you know what I mean, and of the decay rate. So there's a lot of guessing that is added to it. So you might come up with a wild number because you're using a lot of estimations and guesses versus helium. Everything living has helium in it. You know what I'm saying? Helium, just like in blue, even if it's enclosed, it'll find a way to escape and leak out. So you can judge the time of how long the creature existed, you know what I'm saying, based on the helium
that's
left residual into the fossils. But that's another thing to unpack. So what I wanted to touch on to is, you know what I mean, T'Challa and Killmonger. And I see people trying to kind of rig on T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to have a balance of both.
Oh, yeah.
And him having the foresight to say, yes, I totally agree with Killmonger's energy. You understand his execution was messed up, and that's what that's what led to everything. It's not about how you feel or your intention, and sometimes how you go about things might shape it, even though your intentions are good. Even if, say, like, you know what, you wanted to go raise some money, you understand, you're trying to start a business, but if I start hustling, you understand, that's a negative energy being inputted into it. You'll guarantee it's going to have a negative income that comes out of it.
Right.
Most likely.
Okay.
Due to the energy you put into it.
Yes.
So that's the wisdom of T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? Is the understanding, yes, we can fight, liberate, and conquer, and we have the weapon, we have the superiority, but eventually that energy will cause and tumble and will come back onto us.
Okay.
You know, that's wisdom.
Well, I feel you. But here's my question. When you say Killmonger's energy was fucked up, at what point in the movie did you and Killmonger part company? At what point?
Part ways.
Yeah, where did y'all part ways?
Shooting his girl. I think that was a start.
When he popped his girl, right?
When he popped his girl, you know what I'm saying? Like I think there's like, I don't know, like real people will try to find another way to get there. You have a lot of opportunities to get this guy. You're with him all the time, popping him. You know what I'm saying? While girls in the way is not the route. So it feels like he doesn't have clear sight. You know what I'm saying? That's what anger does.
Okay.
It clogs your focus.
Okay.
You understand? And so he wasn't focused. His energy and intent, I identify with everything he said. And you understand? Like, I agree with the Khalid Muhammad. I kill Farrakhan when he was still real. You understand? Like, those rather Malcolm X, you understand, Dr. Ben Yakinen. You mean like those guys? You understand? Like that was uncompromising. You understand, in their position. So that's where I'm at with it. But what he was doing, it would have led to a bad path. This is like a display, but at the same time, we have to still have to have enough balls to say, you know what, we can't keep on getting punched in the teeth.
Okay,
and that's the second part I wanted to go into, but I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Well, thank you for that. Where I'm at, and I watched it from a writer's standpoint. I write. And this was as an antagonist.
Okay.
We have to make this motherfucker despicable. What can we do to make this dude despicable?
The extreme.
Yes.
So you mean the extreme?
Because we gonna hang despicable on him because he is too close to the actual truth.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
So we gonna hang despicable on him. And as I watched it,
they definitely laced it with it. It is like, okay, you can have this mindset, but now it's have this asterisk of extremism, of chaotic or out of control. And it really led a bad message towards other people outside of the United States. Like, I'm from Trinidad. You understand? Like, I know how other people outside of the United States view African Americans. You understand? Because
Right.
listen, when I went to Trinidad from Brooklyn, you understand, I was viewed. They view you as soft. They view you as wild. You understand? They viewed us as uncouth. You understand? Unconscious.
Right. Just like a savage with an ATM card.
Yeah, you understand? But then feel the anger and animosity, but they understand it though. You understand? And it's not. It's an understanding from love. You understand? But you have to call it what it is. When you strip, you understand, the things that make you civil, give you balance, like family, like culture, like village. You understand? That's where I come from. You understand? That's how I operate. So
Absolutely.
I operate with that wavelength with everybody else.
Absolutely. I feel you, brother. I thank you so much for the call. Please keep listening, keep watching. Man, this one is hot. I got another caller. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. I'm gonna try to get as many of y'all as I can. What's up? Who this? Oh, I swear to God, I don't understand these people. Hit the next one, man. Hit the next one. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What your name is? What's on your mind? Oh, turn me down. You got to turn me down. Whoever this is, turn me down. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hey, what's going on, brother? What's your name?
Yo, what's up, Jeff? Look, man, my name is Mark Youssef. I'm out here, South Carolina.
Mark Youssef.
Long time follower of you, bro. I know I don't have a lot of time, so can I just say a quick 15-second little quick thing?
Go ahead, man. Handle your business.
Listen, bro, if I could dissect your brain and everybody that's in the side chat right here, I believe we all agree. We all agree we're looking at the same coin. We're just babbling about which side of the coin we're looking on.
Yes.
Here's one question I got. How do we mobilize? Because I'm tired of conversations that are made for mediocre people. And we waste valuable time on what is real and what's not real, what's perception, what's manipulation, what's social engineering, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. At the end of the day, we have no political affiliation. We have no way to collectively come as a group. They dissect us, they throw us out into the ocean, and then we spend all of our time trying to get together and gather on the front of the beach when we're getting our asses kicked on the back end.
Wow. Okay.
What do we do?
Here's what I think we do. Here's what I think we do, brother. And I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Mark. And if I can give you even a little bit of perspective, my family's from Egypt. I've seen the terror and destruction of religion between Islam and Christianity.
Yes.
This isn't even about black and white for me, because I see this from a different perspective, that if I'm so overwhelmed, I need to be able to talk to you right now, because so much of today's conversation is so watered down that I'm even ashamed that I'm even listening to these kind of conversations.
Yes.
Because it's like, wow, you're stuck on page 2? I'm just trying to find somebody on page 500 to get me to page 501.
Right.
And I got to take 10 steps back to listen about what's better, Jesus or Uganda or Wakanda. Fuck both of them, nigga.
Okay.
What are we really talking about?
Let me explain something to you. You being from Egypt, me having been to Egypt, puts us way ahead. You got to turn that down, bro. You got to turn it down. I can hear myself do something. Okay. That puts us way ahead of a lot of people. And unfortunately, those people on page 2, we need them. We need them. That's what this show is about. This show
I beg to differ.
is about.
Go ahead, John.
You beg to differ what my show is about, or how much we need them?
No. And I would never disrespect you, your show, or your message ever. I'm talking about that 2% that you say we need.
Oh, no. The number's much bigger than 2%, brother. Here's what's happening.
No, I mean, page 2.
Yes, the page 2 people. Here's what's happening with the page 2 people. And I understand what you're saying. What I would suggest to you is everybody ain't on your page, but it's a bunch of people that are right around you in South Carolina. You have to find those people and pick like you said, we are shipwrecked. We are on a beach and we are getting our asses handed to us. Find your people and pick a battle. Pick a battle. There are 100 of them. Pick one. My particular battle is trying to get the attention of the malleable minds that are waking up right now. Because this conversation that you and I are having I'm going to say you are a few gears ahead of me, and I am a few gears ahead of this conversation. But neither one of us can deny that there is a mass of people who we cannot live, who we can't do this without, who really are stuck. Anytime you can find somebody who will try to hang Jesus over Wakanda, that person right there I got to talk to. Hey, man, I understand you're looking for this unity. I understand you're looking for this togetherness. But you have to understand that you're putting the cart before the horse. And that has to be said, and that has to be done. And brother, I thank you for your call. I thank you for your input, and that is your mission. Find the people like you around you. Give me another one, man. Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. What's on your mind? What your name is?
Yo, it's that nigga Blue.
Is that nigga Blake again?
Yes, it is.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, 3 weeks in a row. I'm glad to hear from you, man. What's cracking?
Nothing, man. I'm just kind of curious about this topic, like the questioning. Like, what do you mean, like, T'Challa versus Jesus?
Okay, I don't know if you've seen it. Have you? You're a little younger than me, and I know Facebook is for old people. But do you have a Facebook page?
I do, which I'm actually about to shut down.
Right, you don't even look at that shit. You're over on Instagram.
Well, no, I actually kind of troll white people about the truth and make fun of them and shit like that.
Okay,
yeah.
Here's something you may or may not be running across, Blake.
All right.
I have run across this at least, and I got 5,000 friends and a bunch of people throwing shit up. I have run across this at least 5 times in the past week. Some graphic depiction, some comment, some idea that tries to connect Wakanda to Jesus. Yes, that's what we're about. And what I'm saying is, if you really call yourself woke or conscious or whatever term you use, and I don't mean you, Blake, I mean people, whatever term they tend to use, you're going to have to pick between Jesus and T'Challa, because T'Challa does not bless his food in Jesus' name.
Right.
T'Challa.
Yeah, I've been questioning that.
Yes. Don't hear.
Like,
let me help you with the question. Ain't no Jesus in Wakanda.
Fact.
When they die, when they get close to death, ain't nobody going, oh, should have come in the Chevy, oh, to the Boko shop. No.
Fact.
Take this shit here and commune with the ancestors to find your strength. Ain't no Jesus in that. How are you putting them two together? That's what I'm saying.
I've been asking how these Negroes are now calling themselves Wakandan when you still holding on to European ideology. Like, you still believe in white Jesus.
Woo! 3-pointer from downtown. I don't get it either. I don't.
And you know what? I also don't get the whole Obama comparison. Like, T'Challa actually has power. Like, what the fuck? He's actually a leader of his own country. Like, knock it off.
Okay, well, here. Let me help you with that.
Okay.
I get it from this place. I agree with the people who do it, and I agree with you that Obama is as close to T'Challa as Captain America is to Captain Crunch. I feel you on that.
Right.
But leader of his country, black man, for people, you and I, Blake. I'm gonna tell you this, and then I gotta let you go because we getting real close to the 5-minute mark. You and I salute you for it. I would like to believe we, Zoe, people and the listeners to this show, and I love each and every one of y'all for taking 2 hours out of your goddamn Thursday to listen to the ramblings of my mind. But all of us color with a lot of crayons. You ever open a 64 box of crayons? You don't just have red. You got Singapore Sunset Sapphire. You got all your neon red. Most of these people who have to try to draw comparisons between T'Challa and Obama color with the 4 crayons you had in kindergarten. You know, the ones as thick as a fucking cigar, red, yellow, blue, and green. Yes, that's all they got. So they don't see the Captain America, Captain Crunch thing. All they see is leader of the country, black. That's all it means.
Right.
We got to. I know it's exhausting, but that's part of your mission. Should you accept that nigga Blake? It's good to hear from you, man. Hey, I gotta run, but call me again next week, man. Peace. I got time for one more caller, and then we up out of here. You on with the Inappropriate Hour. You are the winner. This is Jeff Brown. What your name is? Okay, your ass didn't win. Who next? Okay, somebody gonna win. Hello? Welcome to the Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Who this?
Peace, Jeff. This brother Aton Ahmed again.
Oh, okay, brother. Okay. Okay, you can swing back around.
Yeah, I just wanted to call and build on a little bit more. Or just really drop a couple of
make it fast, bro. Make it fast.
Everybody check out Dr. Yosef Ben Yakinen, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr.
John Henry Clark.
Bear.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Shaka Musabera Shango, Dr. Raketi Amin, Brother Infudishi Jehudimas.
Okay, stop, bro. Stop. Because you acting like you saying Dave, Mark, Bob, Jimmy. You're not. So do me this favor. We're going to put this up in two places. The audio and video is going to be on the What channel. I want y'all to start listening to me, going over to the Inappropriate Hour channel, going to GoFundMe, the Inappropriate Get Down, and put some coin. What I want you to do is on both, either or both, in the comment section on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Put them names down so people can reference them.
Absolutely.
Do that for me, bro.
Absolutely. And I'll even put some of the book titles down.
Please do. All right, bro. I got to run because we're near the end of the show. But thank you. Please do not be a stranger. Call in when you can. Here's the whole point of the show today, people. To get you to do exactly what you're doing. Think about some of this dumb shit we doing. Think about what you do as you do it. But more importantly, before. Give it some thought. Look a little extra. Dig a little deeper. Run from people. This is the earmark of a lazy fucking brain. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. Now, usually, I get that from women when you prove them wrong. They'll argue a position tooth and nail, and once they figure out they ain't arguing about shit, they hit you with it's not that deep. Well, it was that deep 10 minutes ago. It is that deep. Don't look at anything at face value. You're fucking up if you take anything without a further inspection and the advice and opinions of those who you respect that may know a little bit more than you. Question it all. T'Challa or Jesus? I'm really gonna go with Killmonger. I'm not with either of them. Yeah, I'm Team Killmonger. I'll see you in 7 days. I'm out.